We're at the end of the season, so typically you're always in a little bit of limbo anyway at this time of year, but this year seems like quite a big bit of limbo. Nobody really knows anything.
We don't know what's happening next year. Hopefully there'll be some rallying. Yeah, we just need to wait and see.
Going forward to next year, driver line-up and whether we're actually going rallying, we've no clue. Rally 1 is where we want to be. We're all the same.
I don't know what Adrian will do. How do you predict the future? Obviously, we don't have as much funding and money as the other bigger teams.
It's a difficult one. I mean, if he does go, it'll be a miss. But I'm fully behind him no matter what he does.
So what's the crack for next year then? Are you going rallying? Are you staying at home doing some parenting?
I hope we're going rallying.
I bet you do.
I don't know. I think it's harder than ever this year. Takes time, which I get.
Yeah.
Not many rallies left, so then people start asking a question every time about what's going on.
Like me.
Like you. And then they presume the worst. It's hard because everyone at work keeps asking. All the mechanics and that. Not much you can really tell them.
No.
I don't have any idea on funding for next year, which ultimately means I don't have any idea of what extent we can run a Rally 1 programme. And I know that the longer this goes on, the more frustrated and pissed off Adrian's going to end up with us. If we don't respond to him, he's going to make a decision to go elsewhere, which will be a massive shame for me and massive shame for Malcolm and the whole team. The discussions and the rumours about what's going on and why have we lost him and why don't they ever keep drivers and why don't they ever do it properly, this kind of stuff. And you just feel like 2 or 3 years of really hard work just in the bin. Let's see, we're getting close to that point, but we're not quite there yet.
I mean, I don't want it to stop while I'm looking after it.
Then you feel like everyone just thinks that you're the reason that it didn't carry on. But
I don't think anyone will think that.
I will.
We shouldn't.
Yeah, it'll be all right. Don't give up, there's always a way.
There is always a way.
What's your plan? Can you tell me the answers? Can you? Life's easy at your age.
I hope you'll stay long with what? We'll see. Thank you. There is still a lot of uncertainty for next year and my future, so I just want to keep it in the back of my head, and I just want to be focused on my rally, and this is the best I can. If I deliver another good result, then it helps me for the future, so that's the only way I can work with.
Looking forward to this one. It's a bit of a different concept, 3 countries in 3 days, and I'm hoping we can be in a podium position again come the end of the weekend. Don't see any reason why we can't do that.
Thierry, wow, you could clinch the title this weekend, but you are cool and calm as ever.
I obviously want to go ahead as fast as possible. Pretty happy to be here.
You have to finish the job. It's never over till it's over. Most important is, now we have 2 great rally ahead on tarmac.
It's gonna still be a big challenge, and but let's see what we can do, and we'll see on Sunday.
And as we head into this one, it is Sébastien Ogier. He's leading the rally by 3.2 seconds over our championship leaders, Thierry Neuville and Martin Vidal, go with Taka Katsuta in third position overall. Tanak is fourth, Evans is fifth. The top five separated by just 5.3 seconds. So there is not a lot in it this morning.
Is there going to be a first ever Belgian world champion crowned in a couple of days' time? He's not there yet, but at the moment, Bex, he's doing what he needs to do in terms of staying ahead of Tanak.
Formeau then, fifth in the championship overall. With his future hanging in the balance, the Frenchman's got to keep his head in the game.
Formeau a little bit off the pace in here, Bex.
Okay, we're gonna have a little look at a replay here. This is over the jump. Oh yeah, it's quite a hard hit.
Yeah, I wonder if there is some damage or something gone in here, Bex, because this is a big swing. It's 8 seconds down.
That time not looking fantastic from Formeau.
He just looks frustrated.
Adrian, 20-odd seconds lost. I know you're quicker than that. A lot of leaves and dirt in the front. What happened?
Just on a jump, we were losing the hybrid, but I have no feeling at all with the car. It's a nightmare. It's really difficult to drive, so I'm struggling. The stage is tricky, but the car doesn't help me.
Okay, so you're losing more time with the feeling rather than the hybrid?
Yes.
Oh, that's why we're losing so much time. One day he's going to snap that fucking gear lever. He lost hybrid on stage 4. There was a jump landing. About 2/3 of the stage, I think it put it into shock error.
Oh, Jesus.
Shit.
We know Formeau lost his hybrid, but that's 8 seconds dropped in,
there's
in 3 kilometres.
He's struggling with feeling out there this morning, which he's made pretty clear at the stage ends. Let's take a little look at Andreas Mikkelsen now then. And this is where we're seeing now the gaps really start to elongate.
Whoa! Andreas! When he hit the fence, it shattered. You can see the splinters of wood. Yeah, is this Munster backing off? Yeah, Munster's been asked to back off here, clearly.
They are partly across the road, which is why we have seen the stage red flagged. Not the greatest start for M Sport. Munster is also dropping time, sitting in 8th, just 1 place behind his teammate Formeau.
Still struggling here, Bex. Wow.
So losing 20 seconds then to Elfyn Evans' fastest time.
I just tried to survive for today. It's definitely another good day for us. I'm really struggling with the car.
And there we go, end of day 1. Leading the rally is Neuville, followed by Ogier, Tanak, then Evans, with Katsuta in 5th.
I can't do much more. Like, we are on pace at the beginning, a bit slower, but we don't have the hybrid, etc., so that makes sense. And then at some point, we take 2 seconds per K slower. The last stage is like crazy. Are we sure the engine is in good shape? Or?
Alex, you happy with everything engine-wise?
But I don't understand why in some split we are okay, and in some others it's just boom. And I really feel that if I do more, I'm gonna crash.
Okay, let's go and sort of service out.
Worst day of the season. I'm just pissed off with everything, but I just want to stay professional with the team. I'm driving well. I think I'm driving as I'm normally driving on tarmac, but here I don't know. I think I'm like, oh, I did a good stage, and then when I see the time, I'm like, wow, okay. For sure, it's not easy because at the end I'm doing the stages and I'm doing the time, and then the people will blame me. So I don't know. It's really weird.
Motorsport is born around excuses, and you know, the easiest one is the car. So it's just part of the game, and you know, sometimes it is a problem, and then you've got to take it. But a lot of times it isn't. You know, when drivers are down and then demotivated, it's very easy for them to let their emotions get the better of them, and grass always seems greener.
I wouldn't say morale is super high at the moment. Kind of feels like you've not done your job as well as you could have done. It's hard. I'm sure we're trying our hardest. Like, it hasn't worked for us today, but hopefully what we do now will help for tomorrow and help for the rest of the rally.
It's a foggy start to day 2, and Adrien Fourmeau is opening the road. Oh, we're still going, and it is now into the trees for Adrien Fourmeau. See the spectators just moving themselves. They were going to help to see if they had to offer any assistance. But he could get back onto the stage under his own speed, so that's fine.
Certainly not in the best place at the moment. He's off again.
We know how ambitious Adrien is. It's very important towards the end of the year that everything is right within the team, that the car is running reliably. If you start to have problems at the end of the year, that gets into your head, because that's exactly when other teams are approaching you saying, hey, come and drive for us. And if you're on a bit of a bad streak, then you're more tempted to leave.
There's just something not right with it, because he's just going off on every corner.
Oh, fuck's sake. Fucking exhaust is off.
It'd have been hitting that fucking wall, I imagine.
Adrien, you're really struggling with this car. What happened in there?
It's just so hard to drive, and definitely not our rally, definitely.
Hello, mate.
Yeah, we've seen the 2 photos you sent through.
So what do we do? Huh?
We're just looking at the photos now, Adrien. Yeah. We're worried about this exhaust. Obviously, it's pinched the exhaust at the back.
Just tell him, we don't want to, we're not risking anything.
Yeah, there's a lot.
We're not risking it.
Adrien, there's a lot of damage there. We're worried about causing further damage, and obviously, our priority now is to get an out for tomorrow.
So you don't want us to do the next stage?
No. I think that's
Okay.
us for today, we think.
We can't afford to lose a car. Nah, we'll come and get you. We can't afford to risk the car, Adrien. Definitely not our rally, this one.
What I like to do is I like to pretend that I'm Ott Tanak, because people have told me that I look somewhat like him. I just don't have any of the driving skill. Right, we need to get up here now. Hello. Adrien, Crash, he's up there.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, we can go? Yeah. Don't run anyone over, that would be bad. I don't know the way Adrien thinks. We're all still a little bit in the dark as to whether or not he's staying next year, we all hope he is, or whether he's going to Hyundai, and I'm sure that's playing on his mind a bit as well. Don't get me wrong, he's very focused, and I'm sure he gets himself prepared before he starts a stage, but regardless, it will take some toll on, you know, how much mental focus you have. Emotions run high this time of year, for sure. All right, Alex.
Sorry, mate.
It happens, dude. It happens.
You think it's a problem, this one?
It's definitely a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we could have carried on, but just the team decided it was the best way to have the time to fix the car properly. But it's been a nightmare since the beginning, so we need to understand why, and we go for it.
Thierry. It's a full 360 spin.
It's not just Fourmeau. There seems to be something in the air today.
At this level is what goes on up here.
Oh no!
That's part of the sport. That's what you sign up for.
This is Thierry and Martin now off the road. They look as if they're in that kind of drainage ditch on the side of the road.
Wow. Big dramas in here then for our championship leaders. And after those two back-to-back moments, rally leader Neuville has dropped from first to fourth. It's now Ogier, Tanak, Evans, Neuville, with Katsuta in fifth.
I don't know what is the future exactly and what is the best plan for us. For sure it's not easy because between all the events we have a discuss with our team and also with M Sport. But it's not easy to take the perfect decision. It's important to keep positive, just stay calm and just stay focused during the stage. The result affect also maybe the future.
Welcome along, everyone, for the final day of competition. And what a day we have in prospect here. It is, remember, Super Sunday. Extra points available today for the fastest crews out there. Adrien Fourmeau is back under restart rules. You know, the team did a great job getting that car back together yesterday, ready for today. And the instruction is just to go for it. Let's see what they can get out of Super Sunday.
Adrian's had his best year to date by far, and didn't really have any pressure on him, and just knew he had to perform, which he's done. Now he's done the easy bit. It starts to get harder again, you know, getting interest from other teams, and us wanting to keep him because of his performances. You know, wherever he ends up, the pressure will ramp up again. But there's still a lot to do to get up from 4 podiums to wins. And that's not easy to do.
Let's take a look at the splits then coming through. You can see Thierry Neuville slower than Adrien Fourmeau. There is no one faster than Fourmeau out there yet.
You always want to finish on a high, especially with the disappointment we've had so far this weekend. But if we can maximise today, that's looking a lot better going into Japan. A bit more hope. Seems much more positive, and when you've got a positive driver, he usually does quite well.
Back with Thierry Neuville, 4 seconds off the pace of Fourmeau. Final split point for Thierry. We're into the final sectors now with Ogier. That's Ogier into the field. So the time disappears away to the fastest man through on the opening stage this morning, and that is Adrien Fourmeau. It is now Tanak that leads the rally over Sébastien Ogier in second. Evans is third, and championship hopeful Neuville now in fourth.
Adrien, good morning. First of all, how about that stage win?
It's good to have some positive on the rally, so yeah, really pleased with that. But generally, it's definitely much better than the last 2 days.
What? No, Sébastien Ogier stopped.
He's off the road, hit the pole.
My goodness, we don't really see emotion like that from him.
Ogier is out of the rally, and the top 3, it's now Tanak, Evans and Neuville Onto the Wolf Power Stage, and it's looking like Formeau has really got it together today.
A little bit frustrating as well, I guess, for Formeau and, of course, for M Sport, that this is the real pace, the real Adrien Formeau that we could have had all the way from the start. Finally, something to build on, certainly, for Rally Japan. That's our first Wolf Power Stage benchmark. Is this going to be enough, though? There's still some pretty quick drivers to come behind him.
And the answer, thanks to Katsuta, is sadly no.
What a run this has been for Katsuta. Just what the team needed after what's been a difficult day. Greg Munster, talking of finishing on a high, is set to equal his personal best here if he can make it through here unscathed into the top 5 now following the high attrition rate. And that is confirmed. It's equaling personal best 5th place finish for Greg Munster. Good job too from Louis Luca. And it will go down to the final round in Japan. We will have a Hyundai World Rally Champion. We just don't know which driver it's going to be.
The championship standings after the penultimate event going into Japan. Thierry Neuville leads with a 25-point advantage over Tanak, with Evans, Ogier and M Sport's Formeau in 5th. Greg Munster is in 10th.
Sorry, because there's nobody on reception. But I like to keep the place warm. Oh, what a day. It's a really difficult period for myself and the team. At the end of the day, my heart is in WRC. It's been my life, and it's not the plan to walk away, but it is probably our most difficult period yet. It's the one thing that keeps me awake at night. You know, it definitely takes its toll. At the end of the day, it's all about the funding and the money. As much as I don't want to let Adrien go, sadly, I think the reality of the situation is the offers that he's got on the table. We're not going to be in a position to be able to fund him at the highest level. It hurts, yeah. You know, because I mean, I have made an incredible investment into Adrien to getting him to where he is. You know, as it 2 years ago, well, the end of last year, nobody really wanted him, and of course now, yeah, as you know, he's had offers from both. So, yeah, it's frustrating, especially when you know that. Because I personally believe that I've told him I think he can be world champion in 2027. He maybe thinks before.
Welcome to Japan for what is set to be a thrilling final round showdown for championship glory. All titles remain up for grabs in the Far East.
Salut, ça va? Ouais, ça va.
Final event this season. You know, the championship's still very open for the drivers' title. There's a few fights going on there, but then the manufacturers' championship is still open between 2 teams as well, between Toyota and Hyundai. So there will be some big efforts from Toyota to try and clinch that on their home event. So for us, it's kind of the normal attitude of let's see if we can get in the way and annoy a few people.
Last round of the season. What can you do this weekend?
I will not say that I'll be able to fight also for the win directly, but I think for the podium, yes. So I'm going to try to be focused on this goal, and we're going to try our best. It's a big story and I'm just closing now. This is my last rally with M Sport. I was waiting answers from Ford, which never really come. It's quite sad because I still think that we could have done something good, but I'm gonna go with Hyundai. I think they're gonna be world champion driver and manufacturer this year. That's an honor for me to go with a team which will be world champions. 5 years with M Sports, growing up with them with really high time, really low time, but at the end I have a good memory. I own them a lot, so I want to finish on the high. I want to get my first podium on tarmac with them.
So here we go then, on board with championship hopeful Neuville.
He's been so patient on the throttle, isn't he, Bex? He's not overdriving that car at all.
There's a lot at stake this weekend. He wants to start it off in the best possible fashion. Thierry Neuville heads off into the distance then. Let's turn to his title rival this weekend. It'll be one of these two men that lifts the trophy at the end of the weekend. It's either Thierry Neuville or it's Ott Tanak.
Good start for Hyundai as we look at Gregoire Munster. Big weekend for him as well, Bex, isn't it? You know, we're still trying to work out what's going to happen next year, but every time he's sat in the seat of a car, it's been a learning experience for him.
Yeah, it has. I mean, he's had a hugely progressive year, hasn't he?
Yeah, and just like Formo, he's dropping a lot of time on this opening stage.
Wrong choice of tyres, which is disappointing.
For one stage, 123k stage, that's a fair amount to drop time, so.
Tyre fitting zone to come. I guess limited options what you can do in there. Is that going to be an issue?
Yeah, we need to discuss with the team. We can do a few things.
Well done.
Thierry doesn't look like he's trying there. I mean, it's the sound of the car, unless it's a sinking issue, but it looks like that car's not pulling right. Nah, something's not right, Bex. That's not right, he's cruising. What is going on? Oh!
It's not far to stage end.
This is where Thierry will be relying on the mechanics later on. He's hemorrhaging time and championship points to Ott Tanak here.
Nothing like a bit of drama.
Frustrating. Yeah, because you just trying to find something. I think they're now at the point where they haven't found anything. It's not looking good at the minute.
Ott Tanak, he is taking full advantage of his teammates' misfortune and is now leading the rally. Looks like the M Sport boys are kitting the Puma out with lights. The mechanics must think it's worth it.
For the sake of 3 kilos, so you can actually see where you're going.
Yeah, back with Thierry Neuville, who is just continuing to limp his way through the afternoon. He will be delighted to get out of that car and hand it over to the mechanics. As things stand, he's still the odds-on favourite for the Drivers' Championship, and so are Hyundai and the manufacturers at the moment, but there's still a long way to go.
A reminder of the top three then. Tanak is leading over Evans with Taka Katsuta in 3rd position overall. Adrian Formeau in 4th is 10.4 seconds away from podium. The light really starting to fade now. You can really feel it, can't you? Especially when you're in the denser sections of forest here.
Clearly very dark in the forest. We have no lights, so even at that speed you can't see a lot.
Adrian Formeau we're on board with now, very much lighting the way through this stage.
There's definitely more light being offered up off the front of that Puma, isn't there, Bex?
Yeah, absolutely there is.
Game on.
For that final podium position.
Look at the difference that light bar's making.
Huge difference.
I'm just getting information from Rich Milner as well that the mechanics thought about this, which was a stroke of genius, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely it was.
Richard Miller's just reported to me
that
the mechanics thought about it.
Yeah, no, right. Yeah.
That's what he just said.
Adrian, you made it through. A lot of the guys ahead of you complaining about the lack of light. Your guys seem to have had a bit of a stroke of genius there, putting those light bars on. Whoever's decision it was, someone needs to buy them a beer later on.
I think in the forest without the lights, it could have been really difficult. So I'm happy we took it. It's some extra weight, but it's better to see the road.
Taka's got no lights either, though. Nope, he's going to struggle in this forest.
In the deep, dark, dense forest, Taka will be struggling just to pick out where the grip is and where it isn't. Orbex, Adrian Fourmeau, he's 11 seconds down to Fourmeau's position change.
Ooh, Taka's dropped 11.
It is Adrian Fourmeau who goes into third position overall, with Taka Katsuta dropping to fourth position. 0.8 of a second between them.
Konnichiwa, bitches.
All the details. Yeah, I'm happy. Because that is just free, you know? Just light. Oh, it's nice. Nice sun here. Fucking hell.
You see, it can change quickly. Sometimes you have to be a little bit smart, and I think we've been this time by choosing to take the lights.
And there we go, end of day one. Leading the rally, it's Ott Tänak, followed by Elfyn Evans with Fourmeau in third, Katsuta in fourth, and Ogier is fifth.
The first stage, you just need to try and get through clean, stay out of trouble, I think. Yep. Kind of end the season on a high. Get some stage wins. Split wins, stage win.
Yeah, that's clearly the plan.
Definitely. There's no margin for error, so you can't force it. You know how hard to push. You know what you need to do. With everything else going on in the championship and people have a lot to fight for, it's staying clean will be an important thing.
I know that there are some talks ongoing for next year. For me, it's the only thing I want to do. I want to drive a rally car at the highest level, and if I'm not going to do it next year, then yeah, it's a dream that has a sudden stop. So I want to give my best to get the opportunity next year.
It's going to be a fascinating one for Neuville this morning.
Right now, it's very, very simple. Ott Tänak holds all the cards. He's got the keys to the Drivers' Championship and the manufacturers at the moment.
Seb Ogier screaming off into the Japanese countryside.
There will be no messing today from the Frenchman. Gregoire Munster's had his Weetabix this morning, hasn't he?
He certainly has.
3.7 seconds quicker than Thierry Neuville at 13.9 kilometres.
Yes, Greg. Go on, Greg. He's usually half asleep on morning stages.
Come on, Greg.
Come on. I don't mean any disrespect to him whatsoever here, but unless that's an issue with the timing, Gregoire Munster is on an absolute flyer this morning.
Here he is now, Louis Luca alongside. Let's give him the credit that is due at the moment. That's an incredible run. There you are, confirmation. 3.7 seconds up.
That is beautiful. Where's that been all year?
Well, absolutely.
Greg, wow, you were flying in there, especially the last 5 kilometers. You're fastest through so far by 4 seconds.
Really? I was saying to Louis, I think I was too careful, so it was not always perfect, and I had to guess.
Meanwhile, Seb Ogier trying to keep the pressure on the lead 4 drivers.
Sébastien Ogier can do nothing about the pace of Gregoire Munster.
Seb, 3.2 seconds down on the fastest time, which is currently held by Gregoire Munster. What was your run like through there?
Good stage from him, but tricky condition, so yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice little interesting expression on his face. Well, let's all give credit to Greg Munster. A fantastic run, but it's going to surprise a few. But this is the man we're all keen to keep an eye on today, of course. Ott Tänak, Martin Yavailleur. At the moment, he's doing enough to really give Thierry Neuville a stressful final day tomorrow.
At the end of day 2, Ott Tänak leads the rally, followed by Elfyn Evans. And Sébastien Ogier has stolen third place from Fourmeau. He's now followed by Katsuta.
One more day, one more final time of WRC in 2024, and it all comes down to this. Who is going to be crowned Drivers' Champion? Who's going to be crowned Manufacturers' Champion? Thierry Neuville, Martin Vidal get underway then. Did a great job yesterday of getting themselves back into the points, but they need more to be able to secure the title.
This one is going to go right the way down, literally to the final stage. And what does Ott Tanak do? He can't risk throwing it off and losing those 18 points he's got yesterday.
Adrien Fourmeau is underway.
Yeah, Bex, he'll be wanting to get back into the podium positions today.
Such a difficult stage. It really is so natchery here in the forest.
Oh, Tanak! We said it! We said it was so dangerous!
Here?
This is massive! 18 points yesterday and now gone!
I do not believe what I am seeing. First stage of the final day and Ott Tanak is off the road. Thierry Neuville is champion.
Thierry Neuville is champion.
So this is live footage. Look at this. I mean, it's, you know, he has won the championship. This is not the way we expected to see it, but Thierry Neuville and Martin Vidal are our champions.
That Japanese fan, right in the right place at the right time. all his dreams have come true.
Our new champions, Thierry Neuville and Martin Vidal, they've got the drivers secured. Can they do the double now? The manufacturers are dead level on points. It's all down to the Wolf Power stage. Who reigns supreme?
This is the most attacking drive we've seen from Thierry Neuville. He's driving like a champion, isn't he, PK?
Absolutely doing everything he can to try and make it a double win today for Hyundai. What a drive that was from the new champion of Martin Vidal.
I'm feeling great, to be honest. We worked for that so long, so yeah, super happy. I mean, I'm not sure it's enough for the manufacturer, even I tried hard, but yeah, let's see.
Greg Munster's had a terrific finish to the season and a really good run here in Japan. 7th in Chile, 5th in Central Europe. He's not going to get anywhere near the time of Thierry. But another really strong run for Greg. He finishes in the top 5 once again.
This rally's been great for you, been setting some incredible times. Well done.
Yeah, thank you very much. Big thanks to the team. We had an incredible year. We learned a lot, and yeah, that's thanks to all the boys and girls in M Sport. Couldn't have dreamed for a better team to start in WRC.
We were all very much excited about seeing what this man could do, Adrien Fourmeau. How many power stage surprises has he sprung on us over this last season?
And he's had such a fantastic time in that M Sport Puma, hasn't he? And the key thing is, can he close out what has been a breakthrough year with a podium? It's looking very, very good, isn't it?
There's no fairy tale endings, but a podium on Adrian's final event with us would be perfect. It would be sad in some ways, and kind of thinking all year, don't want this day to come, but a fantastic way to round out this chapter.
It is a 5th podium of the year for Fourmeau and M Sport.
Understandably a very happy guy at this point. That is your 5th podium of the season and now on tarmac. Well done, congratulations.
Thank you very much, but I have to say thanks to the team because it's been a wonderful season for us. Some up and down, but quite a lot of up with 5 podiums, and yeah, that's really good.
What can the 8-time champion do in here? He's half a second up on Neuville, Chenny.
This is where you get Sébastien Ogier at his very, very best. He hasn't put a foot wrong. That Toyota just looks so planted. It's done. If Elfyn Evans completes the rally, only then will Toyota be confirmed.
What an incredible finale we're seeing here. They've done it now. He has completed. It's a first win of the season for Elfyn and Scotty Martin. It is now confirmed that Toyota are once again the manufacturers' champions. They retain that title. And now the team can breathe a sigh of relief.
Well done, gents.
Thank you.
Number 5.
That's not so bad.
Could be worse.
Thanks,
mate. Good job.
Good, eh?
Yeah.
Got to the end. Been a long year.
Well done, mate.
Thank you very much.
What a year 2024 has been. We'll take a breath and go again at Rally Monte Carlo, where we'll find out who's in what seat. But one thing's for sure, they'll have it all to play for. Sayonara.
You all are aware why we're here today. Sadly, Adrian and Alex is moving on to pastures new. I'm sure with a lot of other people here. Sad that you're leaving, but I think you will be back at some point, and I hope you're back. So, but I think all I'd like to say now is good luck to the pair of you. Now go and just do the job, win the title. Thank you.
Leaving M Sport for me today is a little bit of sadness and joy. Joy to get a new project, new step in my career, but sadness because I'm leaving a family. Thanks for the season.
Well, thank you.
So sorry for all the bad jokes. As long as M Sport stay in rallying and I'm staying in the rally, maybe we're gonna cross the way each other again.
We will be staying in WRC for sure. I think you're all aware it's been my life. It's not easy for us, but I definitely don't want to give up on it.
M Sport's been in the World Championship for 25 years, so it's not going to end. We'll be there. We'll be starting. We'll be in Monte Carlo, as we always are, with a new set of drivers and a new challenge and a new team, and we'll go again.
Enjoy it. Yeah. And like I say, it'll be a fucking hell of an experience. Just be you. Don't change that.
I just feel happy and excited for the new challenge that is ahead of us. I want to progress and get my first victory. I wanted to have it here. I missed it. We're going to try next year with Hyundai.
Tell him what you really want to tell him, Gal.
Go on, fuck off.
Thank you. Thank you, mate. Thank you.
With Adrian now gone, we do have some seats to fill. There's a lot of moving parts, but there is some good options available, and let's see what we can do. Hi, mate, how are we doing?
Quite okay.
Safety culture, we're really impressed with what you did this year, and would like to put some funding towards helping you do some events next year, which is fantastic news. But I need to know whether you might be free or not.
Of course, if safety culture asks and M Sport asks, we can check our calendars.
How long will the check take? Quite quickly?
Yeah, just tell us when. We are ready. For sure we are.